Yeah, he just had a... I'm like, dude, how many... You have conversations like the ones we had the last 2 hours with Not Stoned? Shit, we went crazy. But anyways...
Went around the world with the conversation.
Then from that point on, that's when he's like, oh shit. Then he started smoking weed strategically.
Yeah.
And it just blew his comedy up. He has thanked me multiple times, like serious phone calls, man. We said, dude, I just want to...
Yeah, he shouts you out a lot.
He's like, dude, fuck, dude, you thank you for getting me high. He would thank me for turning him on to weed. He would thank me. And he's done so much for me. You know what I mean? He's
a good dude, man.
You know, I mean, he came up with the name 10th Planet Jiu Jitsu. That was his idea. Because it's a fucking long story, but I wasn't even trying to teach Jiu Jitsu. You know, I was trying to make it in the music business.
You're trying to do music,
yeah. And I'm balls deep. I'm fucking 32 years old at this time. I'm still trying to, you know, 30. I got these demos and I got this fucking news. Totally was all about the music business, but then I fell into comedy. And me and Joe started hanging out. We started smoking weed and writing fucking sketches.
Yeah.
He got hired on The Man Show.
I remember that.
After Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla left, Comedy Central wanted to keep The Man Show going. Is there water? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Comedy Central wanted to keep The Man Show going, so they got Joe Rogan and Doug Stanhope to do it.
Yeah, I remember that.
I went from DJing at a strip club for 10 years to Joe saying, fuck that DJ club, that strip club. You're gonna work with me. You're gonna be one of my writers.
As a writer, yeah.
As a writer for him. You know what I mean? And there was like 10 writers. You know what I mean? But it was horrible. It was horrible because Joe made them hire me. They didn't want to hire me. Right. Joe made them fucking hire me, man. So he was part of the deal.
So you had to prove yourself even more. Dude,
there was a lot of fucking blow ups. Just to get Joe, because at first to get Joe. They said he could do anything because Joe was already on Fear Factor. He was already on a network
news radio. Yeah,
that news radio was done. It was right in the middle of Fear Factor.
Right.
That was bigger than everything.
That was bigger. Yeah,
he's writing that. But me and him were writing a lot of sketches, and we wanted to pitch a sketch comedy show. We were going to do that, but then he got the offer for The Man Show, and he told me, he goes, dude, fuck, we already got the show going. We're just going to do our sketches on The Man Show.
He saw the opportunity there.
Yeah. So, and they said they would, because he goes, I don't need to do this shit. I'm on Fear Factor right now. But I already wanted to do this on the side. So if I have full control of everything, I want to be the one who hires the fucking head writer. I want to be the one who picks my host.
Yeah, he wanted to take control.
He picks Doug Stanhope. He mad at it. He goes, otherwise I won't do it. Yeah. There's got to be I got to have green light power.
Yeah.
The problem was he did hire the head writer, but when the head writer filled out his signed on his contract, it said that he got a producer point. So all of a sudden, he's more powerful. The head writer now has more power than Joe.
Yeah.
So once Joe signed the contract, he didn't have all the power he thought he did.
Yeah.
Hollywood's filled with snakes.
That's Hollywood.
Snakes, dude. Snakes.
For sure.
So anyways, I was depressed. They treated me like shit. They ended up hiring me because Joe forced them to hire me, but they treated me like shit. And I'm like, fuck, this show's gonna get canceled. These motherfuckers give me no respect. Fuck, I should have stayed at the strip club. What the fuck did I do? First day, I thought that. First day. Meanwhile, when I heard that I finally got hired, I told the strip club, fuck you, I'm gonna blow up. I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna be on a hit TV show. You know what I mean? And then day one, they treat me like shit. They said, all your sketches, write new ones. Damn. We had 30 sketches ready to go, dude. And
that's crazy.
So anyways, I'm fucking depressed. I'm 32. I can't fucking believe I'm a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. The only thing I had going for me was a free trip to Brazil because I won a jiu-jitsu qualifier in North America. I won that, so I'm like, shit, I get a free ticket to Brazil to fight in the World Championship. Yeah. I didn't think I would do anything in the World Championship. I'm like, I'm just some Mexican brown belt.
Yeah.
You know, at the championships, there's all these multiple-time world champion black belts.
All these motherfuckers with crazy credentials.
Yeah, Hoyler Gracie, no one's ever scored a point on him. He's been doing jiu-jitsu since he was 6 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And here I am, some Mexican stoner dude who's trying to make it in music, and he does jiu-jitsu on the side. Now I'm in fucking Sao Paulo going, got my trip. But that was right in the middle of horrible times, working at Comedy Central going, oh my God, this show is gonna get canceled. Now what am I gonna do? I'm gonna be 32, no fucking job. No job. Yeah. Depressed. I never ever thought of committing suicide, but I understood how dudes that are weak and they go through the same thing.
Could fall into that.
I could see it. I could understand because it's a horrible thing. You know, you're 32 and all of a sudden, dude.
Depression is crazy.
Yeah, where's the job? What am I going to do?
Yeah.
And during all that shit, while I'm working for the Man Show, me and Joe, we both go. It was in the contract. We're taking this week off because I already had won 6 months before.
Yeah.
So that was part of the contract. We take a week off in July because we're going to the World Championships in Brazil. So I said, okay. They said they didn't give a fuck. They go, get the fuck out of here. They go for 3 weeks. You know what I mean? They didn't want me around. They go, take your time. They didn't give a shit. They just wanted. They look at me as a lot like just a loss. Just ignore.
Like Joe's homie.
Just ignore him. We just had to pay him. Fuck it. You know what I mean? $900 a week. That's what I was getting. So I was depressed. Imagine how depressed you'd be. You're a grown ass man and all. The music is gone nowhere. Nothing. Your dreams they look like shit. They ain't happening, dude. And you're gonna be unemployed, dude. Am I gonna have to go back to live with my mom? I go to Brazil, depressed. I go. At least I have one last vacation. You know, before this is my last vacation. I thought I was gonna get wrecked, and I did end up getting wrecked because it was a 60-man tournament. But the second, you have to win 4 matches to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
I won the first one, and then I won the second one, and the second guy I beat was Hoyler Gracie. So that was like a huge upset.
That was huge, yeah.
That's just like a massive upset.
Yeah.
You know,
No, I remember that.
I mean,
yeah.
And then the next guy fucked me up. He jacked me. Leo Vieira fucked me up. So I had a feeling like I was more depressed about getting jacked than beating Hoyler. I was like kind of depressed, like, you know, like I got lucky. Like I thought, you know, everyone's gonna think I got lucky, and everyone, like half the jiu-jitsu community thought I got lucky.
Right.
So, because I got thoroughly smashed the next fight, and so I get back home, but more people are focusing on the upset than the loss.
Right. Which is a big deal.
So people started, you know, saying shit, and one of my friends says, hey, dude, you should fucking fuck that Comedy Central bullshit. Open up a school right now, dude. Open up a school.
Well, the name's hot, yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. He goes, and his name is Larry. He's the guy, he's the one who's fucking, dude, you gotta just do it. You gotta jump on this shit. You know what I mean? Because I was gonna be unemployed to begin with anyways. That shit wasn't gonna last. It was shitty ratings. The sketches were shitty.
When you opened up the school, did you trip off the numbers of people that came and
First day was on a Thursday. First Thursday of June 2003. 18 people showed up. You don't forget the first. When you go to jiu-jitsu, you generally don't forget your first day.
How many of those 18
I mean?
got their belts? Got their black belts with you?
Oof.
Did all of them, or would you say like there was a few dedicated, just a couple?
Scott
dedicated.
Epstein, he's one. Out of that first group, I don't know if they were there that first day, but we have like an old school OG. We call it the Bomb Squad days because I was teaching out of some fucking boxing gym right there on Santa Monica and Gardner.
Yeah.
There used to be a boxing gym just called Bomb Squad.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with jiu-jitsu. It was a boxing fucking gym, just grimy little boxing gym. But the guy who owned it wanted to put jiu-jitsu classes in there too. And he had asked me before, and I turned him down. This was before. I'm like, dude, I'm a brown belt Mexican. I don't need to be teaching here. Who's gonna want to learn jiu-jitsu from me? You got all these legends all around me from Brazil. People want to learn from Brazilians generally.
Yeah.
So
the Gracie schools and stuff.
Yeah, so I thought that'd be a waste of time. But I came back, and then I went back to Bomb Squad and said, "Is the job still open?" He goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Let's try some shit." So that was day one, and from that day I knew, fuck, I can make this work.
That's tight.
So I fucking quit Comedy Central, walked off that set before they fired me.
Before they could fire you.
Before they could fire me.
Which is a pimp move.
Or lay me off because that show was gonna tank anyways. Right. And it did. That show tanked. That had no ratings. They did have one good sketch. Doug Stanhope is that's Joe picked him. Joe was like, I'm picking my co-host, motherfucker. Right. If I'm gonna do this shit, it's gonna be one of my boys.
Right.
So he got Doug Stanhope, and Doug Stanhope is fucking hilarious. He had this one sketch on the Man Show, greatest. It's a commercial parody. It's about like man bags and like fanny packs. He goes, "Are you embarrassed of having a man purse?" And there's the dude's in black and white and he's all embarrassed and shit like that. Or a fanny pack and it's black and white and he goes, "You don't have to be embarrassed anymore for carrying a man purse." There was a man purse that he developed called the Decapasack. And it was like a head that got chopped off. that you could open the head up and you could put your wallet and your phone and you close it and you grab it like the head, like you're walking around with a severed head. And you walk, it's the decapisac. It looks like you're walking around, you look fucking manly. You know what I mean? But really, you just keep your keys and your phone in there.
That's awesome.
Right? It's a great sketch.
That's a crazy sketch.
I can't, it's so hard to find. It should be on, I was looking for it the other day on YouTube. It's,
just doing stand-up, you know, like, does that make up for the sketch writing? Like, because I know when you sketch write, you probably miss doing it, right?
Well, this is what happened is I started writing with Joe. Joe wanted me to go on stage, and I was always a gigantic stand-up comedian fan. Always fascinated, huge. That's the shit I would always tape. I always tape stand-up and boxing. Growing up, I just had to see the stand-up and the box. And I was fascinated how a guy could get up on stage and make people laugh because everyone agrees with him. Everyone thought that same thought, but he was the one who thought he could do it on stage and make it work, and no one else thought that, but they're laughing because they agree with that shit. I'm like, how are they doing that shit? They're just taking real shit, but everyone experiences real shit. How come it's so hard to do? So I didn't know how they set it up. I was just fascinated with stand-up. Once I started smoking weed, that was one of the benefits, is I understood the formula of stand-up comedy.
Did it give you confidence to actually do it?
Well, this is what happened. Joe put me up on stage at the Comedy Store. This was before 10th Planet.
Right.
This is before the Comedy Central show. Right. I went up and I did some few open mics, probably like 9 open mics. Had a little success here and there, but I realized it was just like Jiu Jitsu. I realized there's a big difference between sitting around with your friends and making them laugh and going up on stage and doing an act that has structure, and you know where the fun is at, and you know exactly what you're doing. You're not just freeballing a conversation. There's a big difference, and I realized that the only way you're gonna get good at this is just like anything. You gotta do this shit like 4 or 5 times, and really it's the public speaking experience to get up and be comfortable. Yeah. So you gotta go up on stage. So I realized I don't have that much time. You know what I mean? I'm already trying to make it in music. I'm already doing jiu-jitsu. Now I gotta go out 4 nights a week and do stand-up. So I realized, you know what? It's too much work. I would have to spend a lot of time with some public speaking experience. I don't have time for that. I'll just write sketches with Joe.
Yeah.
So me and Joe just started writing sketches and shit together. And I was cool with that. I go, it's all about the music anyways. It's comedy shit, fuck it. You know, I don't got that much time to get that public speaking experience done. So I walked away from comedy. Then I opened up the jiu-jitsu and the comedy was done, son. Yeah. We weren't even doing sketches no more.
Pretty much focusing on teaching.
You know what? I'll be my own boss. Fuck these guys. Having these guys as bosses made me go, fuck a boss, son. Fuck a boss. I ain't gonna, you know what I mean?
Fuck
big wigs.
Boss,
yeah, with the creative control and all that shit. Yeah, that sucks, dude. It was an illusion. It's like I figured it out the first 10 minutes I was there. I was like, oh my God, this is a mistake. This is a mistake. Fuck. I was all happy and shit. But I started teaching, and I never stopped writing comedy. Like when comedy ideas would come, I always like if I hear a good song that I've never heard before, I will find out who wrote that song.
Right.
That's what I'll Shazam that shit. I'll be like in the middle of a deep conversation, I hear a song, go boom, hold on. Shazam it, boom, bam, and then continue. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I always do that with writing too. If I have an idea, I always feel like a jiu-jitsu idea. If I have a jiu-jitsu, I gotta write it down. I gotta write it down. Because I gotta produce instructionals. So if I have a jiu-jitsu idea, that's an instructional. Cool.
Right.
You know, so when I get to the filming, I don't have to have anything prepared. I just look at my phone and go, oh, that, okay. You know what I mean? No, like, oh, what am I gonna do?
Right.
You know, if you write down all the good ideas. So I never stopped doing that, and I thought maybe in like 2-3 years, maybe I'll go up and try it again, but I never did. Into like the 15-year mark of teaching, I never went back and did stand-up. So I thought maybe teaching is enough public speaking experience. If it is, maybe I could get up there and maybe I could pull this stand-up comedy thing off. Maybe did the teaching translate? Will it translate to comedy? And it totally does, and I'll tell you why. Because trying to do stand-up, because I always try to be funny when I teach, and then I'll try to tell a story, because I just can't resist telling a story.
Right.
Most of these motherfuckers don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, they
just want to start training. Yeah. It's very hard to make these motherfuckers laugh in jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't have a mic. They're not drunk. Yeah. They want to train. they feel embarrassed for you, like, look, he's trying to be funny. You know what I mean? There's a lot of cringy shit going on, you know what I mean? Right. So, when the first time I went on stage, I finally, 15 years later, I went on one of Sam Tripoli shows at the Comedy Store on Tuesday nights. He gave me a little spot. He goes, you want to do it? He's like the coolest motherfucker from the old days when I used to hang out at the Comedy Store all the time with Joe Rogan in the old days when we used to write. We were always there on the weekends. 2000, 2001, 2002, I was always at the Comedy Store. I knew Sam Tripoli from way back then, Duncan Trussell, Ari, they weren't nobodies back then. They didn't have $3. I knew all those motherfuckers that blew up, that Joe just fucking blew up. I was in there, but I wasn't doing stand-up. I was hanging out with all of them, going on the road with them. But I wasn't doing stand-up. I was just there partying and having a good time, you know what I mean? And but anyways, so I went up on stage and I realized right away that first time, I realized, oh my God, I got a mic. This is a weapon. Oh my God. I realized that the jiu-jitsu, bombing a jiu-jitsu is like running with weights. You know what I mean? Because I'm bombing and I don't have a mic. That's strength and conditioning. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's some super elite professional strength and conditioning, because when I get on stage, I really
have a mic.
I feel like, dude, I got a mic, they're drunk.
And
they wanna laugh.
Yeah.
They're dude, we done some awesome shows in Texas, man, Houston and Plano. Man, something about Houston. I don't know what it is, man. They just pack the house, sell it out, and we get up on stage. They want to laugh. It's the opposite of jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu, they don't want to laugh.
Yeah. No, yeah.
So it did translate. So I'm able, I've been doing it now almost 3 years, for 2.5 years, I guess. In the first year, it's just trying to figure out what the fuck you're going to talk about on stage that's worth their attention, you know what I mean?
It's finding content.
You're just trying to structure. Then, like now, I got a structure. Now I got I'm doing 45 minutes. I got it, boom. I got that beginning. I know how I start. And now, the more you practice it, it's just like jiu-jitsu. Yeah. Like you get it down. Then you know where the funny's at. Yeah, exactly. Then you learn how to. And Joe, I learned that from Joe. Joe's always all about editing your shit and recording your sets. You know, I took a lot of shit from Joe and Joey Diaz. Joey Diaz, one piece of advice that he's given me is, because sometimes when you have like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or even 5 minutes, you got to come out and you got to fucking start firing. Yeah. Because you don't have that much time. Yeah. As opposed to having...
The setup can't take too long.
Yeah, you don't have that much time. Yeah. So sometimes... you don't have time to. Joey always says you gotta tickle their pussy and nibble their ear. You can't just stick it in their ass. You can't just come out and just stick it in their ass. Because sometimes I got too dirty or too dark like right away. Yeah. I didn't ease into it. I didn't win them over first. Yeah. You gotta win them over and get them all laughing. Now you can take them into the dark shit. I would have sometimes just come out and just get too dark, and then they just turn on you, dude. And then it becomes one of those nights where I'm just going through the motions, and I'm like, let me just get through this set. I just like remember I just go through the lines. I'm like, okay, the bad set, and I walk off. I'm like, fuck, that was a bad one. Fuck. Yeah, they happen. They happen.
You learn, though, the repetitive nature of it, though, allows you to learn.
Totally, dude.
You know.
Yeah. It's just like that with music. Yeah. It's like that with jiu-jitsu, with anything. It's all about reps.
Word up.
Getting your reps.
Get your reps up. Hey, man, I want to thank you for taking the time and jumping in the box. We got you one of our gift bags from Dr. Green Thumbs. There's assorted flavors in there.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Flowers.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I thank you, brother.
Thank you, man.
Hell yeah. Let them know where they could find you.
Instagram, Eddie Bravo 10P. Eddie Bravo 10P. And we're good.
Word up, man.
Thank you, man.
Stay blazing. Check out my man, Eddie Bravo.
Oh, if you want to check out my album, go to YouTube, MixFlik of Death and Devotion. It's about an hour and 15 minutes of fucking some darkness, man. Check it out.
That's what's up. Stay blazing.
Got the heart of a lion, soul of a titan, mind of a genius, fly with the heighten. All your senses is senseless, resistant, relentless. It's what they call you when your grind is endless. Let's get this.
They say I'm psycho. I move weight like lipo. Got a big crib like Michael. Out the window with a rifle. My wrist game on light show. I'm backstage with white hoes. I got pre